Chapter 101 A Different World. Hanji wreaked havoc on the mountaintop, destroying the entire peak before stopping. She looked blurry and confused, as if she had no idea what she was doing. "What's going on? What happened, Tome?" Xue Fanxin was hiding behind a large rock. When she saw that Hanji had returned to normal, she knew that something was wrong. She was about to play the Zuyu flute again, but just as she took it out, the huge rock in front of her shattered. With a boom, the rock splintered into pieces. Without the large rock to cover her, Xue Fanxin was exposed to Hanji. Hanji glared at Xue Fanxin and said fiercely, "Little slut, you do have some ability. Unfortunately, you're not mature enough to use all of Zuyu Flute's power. How dare you snatch Mrs. Man? Why don't you go back and look in the mirror? With your lowly status, you're not even worthy of pouring Mrs. Chamber pot. Go die. Die, until the last moment. The outcome is still unknown. From now on, your miss has already entered my death list. As long as I don't die, the one who will die will definitely be her," Xue Fanxin said solemnly. However, her seriousness was a joke in Hanya's eyes. "You can't even kill me, yet you want to kill my miss. What shameless boasting. You'll know in the future if I'm being shameless." "In the future? Do you think you have a future?" Hanya's killing intent grew stronger. She no longer wanted to waste her breath on Xue Fanxin, so she condensed her strongest killing move, wanting to finish her off in one strike. Just as she was about to attack, a strong tremor suddenly ran through the top of the mountain. Then, the entire peak sank as if it were a hollow mountain. The top of the mountain collapsed, and everything on it fell in, including the two girls. Hanji was the first to fall. She let out a tragic cry. Her body fell too quickly, and with countless rocks pressing down, she could not grab anything. Xue Fanxin also suffered the same fate. Although she did not cry out like Hanji, she was very panicked. She had tried a few times, but failed to stabilize her plunging body. In a moment of desperation, she could only hide in the reverse spirit heaven wheel space and use the power of space to escape this calamity. Phew, that was close. I almost died. Thankfully, I have a life-saving treasure. Otherwise, I would be in trouble. Xue Fanxin, who was hiding in the reverse spirit heaven wheel, raised her head to look at the screen above after catching her breath. She noticed that many rocks were still falling outside, which stopped after a while. There was no longer any movement from the rocks outside. When she took a closer look, she realized that there was another world inside the mountain. The interior of the mountain was empty. If not for Hanya's wanton destruction at the top of the mountain, affecting the entire structure of the mountain, it would not have collapsed. This mountain shouldn't collapse again for the time being, right? Let's go down and take a look. Xue Fanxin made up her mind and walked out of the reverse spirit heaven wheel's space. The moment she came out, she almost fell. Fortunately, she grabbed the rock beside her in time and stabilized her body. Although the interior of the mountain was empty, it was still thousands of feet tall. If one wanted to go down, they had to descend bit by bit. Climbing the mountain now was not difficult for Xue Fanxin. Furthermore, she had quite a few darts with her. If there was no other way, she could use them to support herself.